Coach, the success of the power play as it grows, can this be carried over? How much stock do you put into the way they have been playing?
Well, it's nice to score. That's what they want to do. That's what they get paid to do. So success is always a good thing for the guys, even in preseason. Something we've been working on here for the last little bit and trying to create some chemistry, some continuity. And, they've had a few good games here together. So hopefully it does carry over. We'll see.
You had Tex tonight in that great spot between Laine and Voracek. What did you think of them? And does anybody else get a shot between those two guys? Or are you done with it? What you want to see there?
We'll see. Tex was okay for me tonight. Just okay.
Brad, Zach was in here talking about how helpful Voracek has been on the power play. Mm-hmm. Has that been an added bonus? You knew what he could do as a playmaker, but as almost a coach on the ice there on that unit, how helpful is that? Yeah.
I think he's an experienced guy. He's been on successful power plays for a long time. He's, him and Drew and company have had a pretty good run there in Philly for a lot of years, and I think he brings a calm. He brings some great ideas, and he's a guy who can make plays through people. He likes to shoot the puck. He likes to move. He does a lot of good things to create space and then makes the right play, the next play, the play that once there's a breakdown, he sees it and he makes it. And so, again, it's such a small sample size here. You don't start waving the pom-poms just yet, but it's good. You love to see the dialogue between the guys, and that's been happening in practice, so it's great.
I was going to build off that, actually. I mean, everyone kind of knows Jake has a great personality. A couple guys have already talked about, he keeps things loose a little bit. How important is that aspect? I know he's only one guy, but just with a team with so many young guys that they're trying to make their way in this league, to have somebody just kind of keep the atmosphere kind of loose.
Yeah, well, loose is okay, but he's passionate and he's competitive too. Don't forget that part. There's a fine line to being loose and but not being competitive. I don't think that's Jake. If you watch him, he wants to win. He wants to make the right plays. Even in the preseason, you can tell he's, when things start getting tilted the other way, he wants to get it back on track. So, I'm still getting to know Jake too, as is everybody in the organization, with our players and coaches. But he's had a good camp for me, and what he's brought as far as his energy, his work ethic and practice, and carried right over to the preseason here. So, we're just slowly building here, and we'll just see where it gets us.
You're a week or so out. You have a pretty good read on this team, and do you feel good about where they are?
Yeah, we're building, and there's still lots of decisions to be made. We've got a couple games here to look at some guys, and again, we said this from the start, the internal push and the competition in different spots. Nothing's set in stone yet, but some things are starting to come to fruition, I guess, and you look at some chemistry with some guys and different things. So we're getting closer, let's put it that way.
How many tough calls are left?
There's lots of tough calls left, to be honest, with some guys in certain positions, and in our back end especially, and we'll tinker again a little bit here in the last two games.
Saw a couple nice passes started out of Adam Boqvist. Are you starting to see his game, what he was kind of billed as? Are you starting to see it kind of come out on the ice a little bit?
Yeah, he's got an ability with the puck. There's no question, and he skates well, he moves well. But even in that position, playing top 4 minutes, you're going to be playing against high-end guys, and so you got to be able to get on the other side of the puck too. And I think that's something he wants to work on. I think we're going to keep a close eye on that because to have the puck and have the ability to make those plays, you got to get it back. And it's not just on him; it's on the other four guys on the ice with him. But he's definitely got there's some ability there. You can see it.
I think we asked you this early in camp, but just what you've seen over the last couple of weeks, even forgetting his goal tonight, are you seeing a different Patrick Laine than you saw last season or the end of last season?
Yeah, I kind of gave him a little bit of some coaching, let's put it that way. The shift before he just made that goal, he turned it over. He was a 1-on-3 in a 1-goal game, and he knew it. He said, I got to get that in, and that's the right call. And then he goes in the power play, and he dances through three guys, I think. So it might be tough to get him not to do it again. But as far as the question goes, I have seen a different guy. you can feel it. I think what impressed me is early in the second period there when, we had a breakdown. Tex came with the ball, shoveled pass, and we had a breakdown, and he busted us hump from the top of the circle and ended up breaking the play right at the goal mouth. So those are the things that, being the player that wants to get all the minutes and play against top guys, you're going to have to see effort like that, and he's been given it. He's had a great camp for me. I thought he worked at it this summer. He got himself in better shape. He's got a little bit more. I think he's got a little chip on his shoulder. He wants to prove everybody that he's still got a lot of game, and he's a young man still. He really is. He's had so much success young that it's scary to think that he's as young as he is still. But there's a lot of growth left. But I've been really impressed with kind of how he's been handling himself.